the fact that we're able to do a show with 4 women and be somewhat well received, I think really speaks to the fact that our fan base really supports diversity and supports women in football. Hayden Hurst, the tight end. First of all, I like him because he's a ginger. Second of all, I like him because it's all about mental health. That's what every team needs, is a ginger and somebody who's all about mental health.
I loved everything Urban Meyer. It made me feel better about everything. I'm his biggest fangirl right now. I would give him a lap dance if I could.
Gives a new meaning to the term steak hooker, I guess.
The what?
Gives a new meaning to the term steak hooker. You never heard of a steak hooker?
WHODEY, they gon' beat them Bengals. WHODEY, they gon' beat them Bengals. No!
Up, everybody, WHODEY, and welcome to Tigress Talk. Welcome back, I should say. My name's Jess, aka Hubei, and I am joined by 3 lovely ladies. We are the first and the only Bengals show created by women. We've got Bengals Whitney holding it down in Florida. We've got Jerry holding it down in Florida. And we've got Kayla holding it down in Northern Kentucky. What's up, ladies?
Feels good to be back.
Great to be back. Thank you so much for everybody who is joining us live tonight. Thanks for everybody watching after the fact as well. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to have more fun giveaways this year. We've got all kinds of fun stuff coming out. So make sure you are subscribed so you can be the first to know. And thanks to everybody. Woo, we got lots of comments here already. Stranger4420 is here. He says, WHODEY. What's up, stranger? Wait, I gotta find. Is my intern doing comments? I need to find out. Everything's broken. Yay! Welcome back. All right. What's up, stranger4420? WHODEY. Thanks for being here. Matt's here. He says the girls are back. WHODEY. WHODEY, Matt. Thanks for being here. Darth Bengal says, good evening, ladies. WHODEY. WHODEY, Garth.
WHODEY.
Ooh. Santori says, it's 8:30. Where are my peeps? Santori, it's 8:30-ish. Heavy on the ish. It started at 8. It moves to 8:30. Sometimes there's dogs. I don't know what to say. But thanks for being here, Santori. We appreciate you. Make sure you check out Santori on Rally Round the Natty. And we've got Kelsey. What's up, Kelsey? WHODEY friends. WHODEY Kelsey. Glad you could join us. And Greg Luther is here. He says, welcome back, Tigress. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate you. And we're ready for Luther Vision. Should BB be in Luther Vision? I think BB should be in Luther Vision.
It's just weird because we're silent.
We should be like, we need to get music for Luther Vision.
Yeah.
Luther Vision. And this is Luther Vision. And now Luther Vision is over. All right. Oh, my intern made it. WHODEY.
It's about time.
And Mary Miller, who is a new mama. Congratulations, Mary. She says, WHODEY ladies, welcome back. Congratulations. If you missed it, little baby Olivia was on Twitter, and she's precious. So congratulations.
Beautiful.
And thanks for joining us. The Honey Badger Boomer is here. WHODEY, hit that thumbs up. That's right. Listen to Honey Badger Boomer.
Thumbs up. Can we just be Honey Boomer at this point? Can we just be Honey Boomer at this point?
Honey, maybe Badger's an important part. I don't really know. I'll have to ask Kelsey. It belongs to Kelsey, or Kelsey belongs to his. We'll have to get some clarification on that. But regardless, we're glad that you're here. Natty Talks is here. Welcome back, ladies. Thank you, Natty Talks. And Mama Pam is here. What's up, Mama Pam? WHODEY girlies. WHODEY, Mama Pam. And Eric's here. He says, WHODEY, countdown to the Lot 1 party on 9/17. Heck yeah, Eric.
Yes.
That's going to be so much fun. Derek Cannon is here. He says, go ladies with a EAUX. All right. I'm guessing you are a Louisiana fan, LSU fan. Thanks for being here. Crib Keeper says, ladies of the WHODEY, great to see you again. Thanks, Crib. We are glad to be back. And Derek says, WHODEY. Okay. All right. I'll take it. And then Lisa says, WHODEY ordered my Cincy bucket hat tonight. Woohoo! I ordered mine too because I gave mine to WHODEY baby.
That's
I
so
was supposed to
sweet.
get him one, and he ran out while I was drinking. So I had to give him mine
Who would do that? I don't
because
who
I
would do
failed.
that?
What'd you say, Whitney?
I said, who would do that? Is my audio just total shit? Because I can leave and come back.
No. I just can't. I am talking too much, and I can't hear other people if myself talking. That's all.
Okay. All right. It's a little weird on my side, so I was just making sure.
No, I can hear you just fine. I think. Let us know in the chat if anybody's audio sounds weird, but I think it all sounds good on my end.
Yep.
But yeah, so we had a great event with Cincy hats down at Little Miami Brewing, and they were selling all the bucket hats, and they were going fast, and we were just enjoying the festivities. And then I turned around, I was like, "Oops, to get one for WHODEY baby." I totally spaced, so I just gave him the one off my head, and I had to order a new one for myself. But anyway, wow, I'm so glad to see all you guys. We had Back Together Saturday recently at Paycor, so that's always a good time. I feel like ever since COVID, ever since they started doing this Back Together Saturday, I feel like that's sort of like the big event that lets us know that it's not long until football's back. So that was a lot of fun. I know, Kayla, normally you guys go, but you couldn't make it this year.
Yeah, I was working, so I was so bummed, but it looks like it was a really great time.
It was so much fun. It was very warm outside, but it was a lot of fun. And sorry, I'm missing comments here. Darth Bengal says, Little Miami event was a blast. Yeah, so some of us had more fun than others, apparently. Christina says, welcome back, ladies. McKenna would still like to see an appearance from Jerry's dogs. Okay, Jerry, that's your home.
I'm sitting up at like a bar kind of thing, and Macho's 70 pounds, so I don't know if I can bring him all the way up here.
Yeah. Welcome back,
but
Whitney.
I'll post some more pictures of them.
You doing okay, Whitney? You all right?
No, I feel like you guys sound like robots to me on my side right now. So it's a
Do you have headphones?
Huh?
Do you have
no,
headphones?
Not right now.
That's probably why.
No,
because I can hear a little bit of the feedback.
Something weird happened. I think I'm gonna restart and come back in. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. All right. Well, we'll get Whitney when she comes back. Does it sound like robots to anybody else? I don't hear any robots.
It's been sounding fine to me.
I heard it a little bit.
Okay. All right. Let us know. Let us know, guys. Keep us informed. Greg says Back Together Saturday was awesome, even though it was hot outside. Yes, it was. Shout out to Greg for getting our awesome seats down there. Rob is here. He says, hello, just got here. Glad you guys are back. Welcome, Rob. Thanks for being here. Santori says, wishing you luck that your show goes better than the Reds game tonight. Uh-oh. Are the Reds losing?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That was an amazing play by Stuart Fairchild, though. Gave him the stop sign. He's like, nah, I'm going to keep on going. Okay, Lisa, thanks so much. Good to know. Let us know if that changes with the audio. Sometimes it's hard to tell on our end. But anyway, Back Together Saturday. Zach made a little speech saying we're the best fans, and I have to agree. And then BJ made a little speech encouraging everybody to get their tickets and tell their mamas to get their tickets. And it was just a lot of fun. It was really fun. And then we started to see some of the upgrades that Paycor is, some of the upgrades they're making to Paycor for this coming season, which is all very exciting news. There was a grab and go place where I got my, I can't remember if it was I think it was a White Claw that I grabbed before I headed down to the seats. And that was really cool. It was really easy. And then as we were walking around, I saw some of the new food options. Obviously, Skyline was there. So that was super exciting. I'm so excited for my Skyline besties. But, and then there was one that was called High of the Tiger Pizzeria. And I love a good pun. So I was really excited about High of the Tiger Pizza. I mean, who doesn't want to eat pizza all the time? I know I do. So
that's cute.
But anyway, so that was Back Together Saturday. It was a really fun day. So I was glad to do that. And then we went to training camp yesterday. Rob says, "WHODEY, hope everyone is well." WHODEY, Rob, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Oh, Christina, you tasted the pizza from the Pie of the Tiger. I can't wait to hear about it.
We'll review on Twitter, please. Tag us.
Pie of the Tiger review. That's fantastic. But so we've had a couple good training camps. There's been some fun developments from training camp. I feel like there's always fun battles to watch with training camp, and Whitney's not back here yet. I asked her if she wanted to do game balls today, and we haven't had a game yet, so she said no game balls until we have a game. Rob says, "Can I ask, are you guys happy Eli is gone? Yay or nay?"
It's bittersweet. I'm happy for him that he, has a new team. It's hard because they're like our guys. I don't know. I love Eli, but
I know I never really understood the hate that he got. I thought he was great, and I was. I think it's neither here nor there. I think we've got some good guys in our secondary that I'm excited about. So I'm not really, it is what it is. I wish him nothing but the best. So, But I told Whitney we weren't going to do any game balls, but I'm still going to play our graphic because I really like it.
Hot, hey!
All right. So since we don't have any game balls today, we'll talk about some camp battles. Have you guys been paying attention to any of the roster battles or anything like that going on in camp? Or
yeah, I mean, whatever the stories are of the day, I'm happy about some of the O-line stuff, like Jonah Williams doing well, and it seems like there's been good reports on Collins getting healthy to get back and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that the O-line is going to be really interesting to watch. I think this is going to be the best O-line we've ever seen by a long shot. And I think it's interesting that Jonah Williams was able to move to right tackle, and then he's been doing well at that. And then he's sort of like rescinded his, trade. When he requested a trade, he's kind of taken that back. And I feel like he's really bought in now. And now that he's doing well at right guard, I feel like he's really bought in. And Whitney's back. Oh, hey, girl. How's it going?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Like robots?
Huh?
Do we sound like robots or no?
No, not now.
Okay, good.
Good. Well, you sound great.
Okay.
Glad to have you back. We're just talking. We played your game ball graphic, but we talked about how there's no game balls because there hasn't been any games yet. But we were talking about some roster stuff and the O-line and how kind of exciting it is to see all this depth at the O-line. Crip says, Friday, I can't wait to see the new lights in the stadium. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. And all the new the ribbon video boards, I think are going to be great.
Yeah.
All right. Brandon Murphy's here. He says, WHODEY from the Murphy household. WHODEY, Brandon and Sophia. Rob says, nice to meet you and Cap in person at the draft party. Jess, nice to meet you too, Rob. Thank you so much.
Yoshi.
Yes. He's great. It's tough. We have so much talent. Yoshi turning some heads. Yeah. I think the wide receivers, I think it's going to be, I'm glad that I'm not in charge of those decisions because I would cry my face off every night if I had to cut one of these guys because they're so great. Yeah. Rob says, didn't Kay Adams do some white jersey thing for the Bengals today? Yes. We'll talk about that later, Rob. We've got some conspiracy theories coming up for you. But anyway, the O-line I think is really exciting. I thought it was interesting that they're moving. Max Sharping has been taking some snaps at center. Trey Hill has been taking some snaps at guard. I think it's really cool that they are making their guys more versatile. I think it's going to help with the depth, depending on who goes down, or hopefully nobody goes down. Knock on wood, knock on all the wood. But I think having our depth pieces be really versatile, I think is going to be something that's going to be really beneficial to us in the long run. So I thought
it's the most exciting storyline to me about our O-line. It's hard enough to find. I feel like that position group is the hardest to fill anyways, and to have a really good O-line. But even if you have a really good O-line, you usually don't have any depth or like pieces that you can move around. And those guys need breathers sometimes, or they tweak something during a game that they just have to, they're back the next week, but what do you do in the meantime? Like, I don't know. I think that's exciting. And then I saw Frank Pollock talking about who's the undrafted free agent that he's all excited about. He's not excited about him like, oh, he's going to be a starter, but he was talking about him and how like he's on his ass all the time, but it doesn't faze him, and he just goes right out and corrects, and he's built like a tank. Huge. He's an undrafted free agent.
Maybe that was the other Jackson. I call him the other Jackson. I forget his last name. It's like Jackson. It's not Jackson Carmen, but it's something like that with like a C or a K sound, and I've been calling him the other Jackson. So.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. So I'm loving the O-line.
You're so right, Whitney. And I feel like that was our problem last year is our starting guys were phenomenal, but then it's like once they started going down, it's so hard to get that chemistry right. And I just love what they're doing with moving these guys around. So
thanks, Rob Duncan. Jackson Kirkland, the other Jackson.
Kirkland. I'm so sorry, Jackson Kirkland. I'm sorry for calling you the other Jackson, but you kind of are. Sorry.
Sorry, Mr. Jackson.
I'm Sara Ella Jackson. Ooh, I am so real. I am sorry, I forgot your name.
Where are going?
I remember the first name. All right. Anyway, it's not Tigress.
Won't forget now.
Singing.
It's true.
I saw this like meme the other day on Instagram, and I love how Instagram just totally has me pegged. And it's like the different types of ADHD, like the different things you do. And one of them is like randomly singing, randomly whistling. And I sent it to my friend at work because she randomly whistles and I randomly sing. Like so annoying. Nobody can stand to be around us. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, O-line super exciting. I think the backup quarterback competition is pretty hot, honestly, because I thought Jake Browning was going to be the guy. And I love Jake Browning to death, but Trevor Siemian's been looking pretty good. So I think it's anybody's shot at number 2. So
yeah.
And then
were you guys talking wide receivers? But when I was gone.
No, well, we briefly talked about Yoshi Bosch because Greg is obsessed with Yoshi Bosch apparently. But we were talking about how I'm glad I don't have to make these decisions of who to cut at wide receiver because I would cry every night.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that just today. I was going through like Dan Horde's. I love Dan Horde's updates. His camp updates are the best. The best. But he was talking about like Trenton Irwin and how he stayed 45 minutes after camp to like sign autographs, and then there was another post about like Siemian talking about being blown away by the catches that Irwin was making, and I'm like, this happens every freaking camp. When are you guys gonna figure it out? Like Trenton Irwin makes phenomenal plays during camp. Oh, and he also makes them during the season. So it's like he's the type of player that would break my heart if I was making coaching decisions because he's phenomenal.
And I think they've even said that like he's like the hardest working guy in the building, and
that's attitude.
He had that one-handed catch earlier this camp, and it was insane.
And then he had beautiful catch yesterday when we were there that Cap got on video. I mean, he's had some amazing plays. He's had a great camp. I'm excited to see how all these guys play on Friday. But God, it would break my heart to have to cut him, honestly. But then it's like who do you replace him with? Santori says Greg has a severely unhealthy obsession with Yoshi Bosch and Burger King. Well, maybe he just likes saying Yoshi Bosch. I like saying Yoshi Bosch, but I can't speak to the Burger King thing. Christina says, I haven't heard or seen much on Cal so far. Any comments? Oh no, I haven't heard either. I forgot until just now. I haven't really heard much about Cal. It's probably a good thing, yeah. Oh, there's a baby!
Look at that smile!
You never know when babies or dogs or whatever. You never know.
However, flag on the play, like how is he not in Bengals gear? I have only seen that baby in Bengals gear. I've never seen him.
I didn't know he owned anything blue.
He just got a bath. Dad just gave him a bath, and Brian just dressed him and whatever.
Damn it, Brian!
It's Brian's fault, is what she's saying.
100%.
Come on, Dr. Brown.
I'm just happy the kid has clothes on because it's like trying to wrestle a UFC fighter at this point. Like he is
I just
all
love to be naked. I don't.
oh my
That's like a thing.
he's
Yeah.
a true Florida man.
Yeah. So do my husband child also. A large child. It's very grown. Anyway,
rules.
there are some rules. There's some rules. But anything else from camp? I think it's been a good camp. Unfortunately, a little couple injuries, which we'll get to later. But overall, I've been really happy with everything I've seen out of camp.
Yeah. Seems really exciting again this season. I don't have really any complaints. I mean, I have the one.
Oh yeah.
Other than that,
It is fun to see just all the guys back together and like cutting it up, and it's just like I don't know, it feels so homey. It feels like we're back, even though we have a little bit more time. But
yeah, Kat says we're fast. Yeah, that was one thing I loved from DJ Reader's interview with Kay Adams is the secondary is so young and so fast, and I think that's a lot of people are pointing to that as a weakness on this team this year because we lost so many pieces from our secondary, but we've gained so many pieces from our secondary, and we still have our first round draft pick from last year and Dax Hill. So will T get signed before the start of the season? I have no idea. Contract negotiations and cap space and money and all things relating to that could not be further from my area of expertise or interest. So I don't have any idea. Like when they talk about money, I'm like, is that a lot? Is that a little? I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't know. Like, people have to tell me these things. So I don't know, Greg. I hope they get the deal done. I know that they will. I think that everyone is working really hard to make sure that happens. So I have no doubt that it will get done at some point. But as far as before the season, I have no idea.
Mama T told us not to freak out. So
she did. Mama T, she told us. Logan signed, and they alluded to that, meaning that they have Joe and a ballpark figure. Yeah. So.
I was so happy that Logan signed. We have both of our big linebackers back.
And I didn't realize this. And this is, again, money. I don't have any concept of money. But apparently they got Logan and Jermaine. Was it that? Yeah. Them? Basically for the price of one.
Yeah, for 3 years. They'll be together.
Really?
Yeah.
Love the cap. My cap? Oh, thank you. Cincy hats, baby. Link in the description.
And we've got another year with Trey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great. I'm very happy that it seems like all of the deals that are getting done are good for everybody, including us keeping Joe and keeping all these pieces together that are so important. So I think all the pieces are important. So I'm glad that seems to be something that is going to continue. So.
Yeah. It's just a puzzle, like figuring out all the dollars and cents for all those guys and then how it all works together and impacts everybody else. Like, I don't have any doubt. Like, I feel very confident they're going to get it all done. It's just, I don't know what order they're going to have it done or what order they're going to announce it or sign people, but they'll figure it out. Like, I believe in their commitment to figuring it out. So, and I believe in our guys for wanting to figure it out. Like, I believe they want to stay. So
100%.
Yeah.
And I think we're working towards getting like set up well for the future too. Like we're spending money to save now, but we're also setting it up so that we can have this continue, which I think a lot of teams have been a little bit short-sighted and are just like spending, putting all their chips in right now. Not to say which teams, but I feel like we're trying to build something a little sustainable. Yeah.
I'll say it.
Well, I feel like that's what the Rams did. That's what the Rams did the year they won the Super Bowl. And as much as I hate to talk about that, but I feel like they sold the farm and now they're going to be terrible for how long because they've got nothing now. So it's like, woo, you had 1 year. Congratulations. Now what? You know? So Bengals fans are out watching this front office start getting creative with cash. Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's why I don't really understand like the cap and like the contract situations like as much as I should because we're not really used to that with this team.
Yeah. And I think that's why I've never really cared to learn it. Like I could learn it. I just don't want to because there's other people that get paid a lot of money to figure out who needs what money and what the cap is and blah blah blah. And I just trust in the powers that be. So
it's really exciting to watch, though. Like
absolutely,
as I'm educating myself more with it, I'm just like, I love it so much.
It's exciting that these guys care so much about this team and this city and that they want to play for Zach and they want, it's like all these things that we wanted for so long, all these things that we hoped and dreamed for as Bengals fans are finally happening. The players love this team as much as we do. They want to be here as much as we want them to be here. And things like that haven't necessarily been true in the past. I think all of these things are just so perfect. And it's just really fitting into this whole fairy tale that is, Zach Taylor's Cincinnati Bengals right now. So I'm just really excited about that. Greg says, for some reason, I started buying body armor. I don't know why. Kayla, do you know why?
It's happening. I have them all over here.
Oh, geez.
I'm gonna add sponsor Tigress talk after.
I'm telling you, Joe is Regina George, and the fact that it's like if he wore army pants and flip flops, we would wear army pants and flip flops.
Yeah. Well, on Tuesdays we drink body armor, right, Kayla?
Oh, that's
right.
That is so funny. All right. Well,
sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I agree with Rob's comment up there about not moneyballing it. Like, so I won't take anything away from the teams necessarily that do that. Rams, Tampa Bay, like, go all in, cash in all your chips, try to win they won a Super Bowl. Like, they got that. 100%. But personally, like, I am a bigger fan of the way we're trying to do things, which is something sustainable and that will last for a long time. Because as a fan, that's what you want. Like, do I want this Lombardi? Hell yeah, every year. But like, how much better does it feel that knowing every season when you're going into the season, you have a team you can really root for and that's going to give you a really good season of football? That means so much, instead of going in like dreading, like, oh God, how are we going to screw it up this year? Like,
Yeah.
I almost kind of feel like they did that because they don't necessarily have like that big of a fan base or like that dedicated of a fan base to begin with. So they're like, oh, if we can get these guys in, if we can win a championship, maybe we'll get more fans. And as you see, like, they were all fans when they won, but I can tell you that there's not a lot of excitement in Tampa Bay right now. Nobody's really looking forward to it. And
everybody's excited about Baker Mayfield.
Tampa Bay locked everybody in last year that got season tickets into a 2-year contract. So, because they knew that he was not going to be here this year. They knew Brady was going to be out. So all these people are going to be stuck with a lot of tickets that they're just going to be giving away, basically.
Oh my gosh, that's
which is smart business on their end, but that would make me even more mad with the team.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. That's actually a really good idea. I mean, honestly, I feel like if you're a fan of the team, you're gonna have tickets no matter what. I feel like, we bought all our tickets when they were terrible. That's why we have so many tickets, because people were literally just giving them away. Not really, but they were letting them go for very cheap when the team was terrible. And I feel like that's when you get your tickets. But man, they're not letting anybody sell their season tickets this year. That's crazy.
And I can tell you, it is not going to be fun for those people having to sit in like 105-degree weather in the blazing sun watching Baker Mayfield and spending a lot of money on those tickets.
That sounds like a Sunday that you have to spend because you lost a bet.
Yeah, that's like when you lose your fantasy league. Like, that's what you have to do.
Yes.
You have to go
sit. Punishment is to sit in the sun and watch Baker Mayfield try to play football
Cam on a
and
Sunday.
have a temper tantrum. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awful. Oh. Ooh, we feel for you. We feel for you, Tampa fans. Greg says, is Kay Adams the only reporter who has common sense on believing in the Bengals? Yes, Greg, she is. We have more on that. More on that later, but yes, she is. Kay still hasn't met Burrow. She's salty about it too. I did catch that today. I saw that. If you watch her extended thing, which is in the link is in the description, she did seem a little salty, but he might be ducking her. I don't know. We'll see. But
it makes her feel any better. He doesn't talk to anybody. Like, when the season starts to ramp up, he goes into hibernation. Like, you're out. So
yeah. He I don't know. There were some rumors about Kay and some other players, so I think he probably just doesn't want any of that drama on him. So
yeah,
that's reasonable.
Just saying. But anyway, so Canton was last weekend. Ken Riley was the third Bengal enshrined in Canton, so that was an exciting weekend for us. We got to go up there. It was very mixed emotions. I think I tweeted about this. It was, I was very happy for his family and very happy for his wife and for his son and his daughters and everybody who got to be there to celebrate. But I just couldn't help but be really angry that he wasn't there to see it in person. And I think it's a huge disservice. And I think the Hall of Fame should really hang their heads in shame that it happened that they waited so long. I mean, it was absolutely there was no reason to make him wait so long that he passed away, and it really really pisses me off that had to happen that way. But it is what it is. He's in now, and I just hope that we can get some of our other guys in here before other things start happening to them. I really want our guys to be around to get their moment, and I'm hoping that now that Ken Riley's in, I hope that next it'll be, Willie Anderson, Ken Anderson, all of our guys that are so deserving that have been waiting way too long. I hope that they'll be next. So, but it was a lot of fun. It was we got to be in the parade with Ken Riley's family. So that was a huge honor. It was a fun time. And we got to see all of our Pro Football Ultimate Fan Association friends, or PUFA, as I like to abbreviate that. Nobody else called it that. I don't know why. It's so much fun to say. Why would you call it
It should catch on.
The PFUFA. And anyway, so we hadn't been up there in a few years, so it was fun to reconnect with everybody up there. But so yeah, did you guys get to watch the enshrinement ceremony on TV or anything like that? Or
I got to watch a little bit of it.
A little bit of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long the whole thing was.
I just watched highlights.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long the whole thing was, but there was one guy, Zach Thomas, who got in before Ken Riley, and we waited to the end of Ken Riley's ceremony. And then it was already had been like 2 hours at that point, and we were like, we got to go. It was a long day, walking in the parade and then sitting in the sun.
Yeah,
ceremony. It was a long day,
and it was so hot that day.
It was very warm, so. Wheel it out of there after the Ken Riley's portion of the ceremony. But Christine's here. She says, I'm late, but late with a smile to see your faces. Oh, Christine, we're glad you're here. Thanks for being here. So yeah. So Canton, that was a good time. I'm hoping that we can do more in the future. And Ken Riley Jr. did a great job. The bus looks really good too. Yeah. Did you guys see the bus?
Oh,
Some of these buses are a little crazy. I think.
I had a tear in my eye when I watched his wife.
Yeah, I did too.
Look at him and caress his face and gave him a kiss, and I'm just like, oh, I can't watch this.
Oh, I'm actually.
Nope. I cried during Barbara's part on the video. I cried during Ken's part. I cried I literally cried 4 times. I cried every time I thought hard enough about it. I mean, the fact that it's just such a shame. It's such a shame that he couldn't be here. And, he was such a humble and unassuming guy. I'm sad that I never got to actually meet him in person, but Cap got to meet him in person once before he passed. So I'm very thankful for that. There was a Bengals scavenger hunt thing that Cap went to, and he was there for that. And, he was everybody who came up to him, they're like, man, you should be in the Hall of Fame, blah, blah, blah. And he was just very, very humble and very unassuming. And I really loved hearing all the stories about him with his coaching days and things like that. So yeah, Heroic Teddy says the bust was great. Yeah, it was. It was really great. Thanks for being here, Heroic Teddy. We like watching you on Twitch. So thanks for tuning in. But yeah, so it was a tough day, but it was good. I'm glad it finally all came together for him. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's switch gears and let's do some conspiracy theories.
Hold on, it's falling off.
The Joe Burrow headband.
Oh, headband.
I've got my crown, and we've got.
Hey, it's Cincy has headband. You like my artwork?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it.
Don't at me, Tigress. I invented it first. Trademark.
Yeah. I'm dying that you got the logo and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I messed up though.
Beautiful.
I get it now. Oh gosh, that's funny. All right, full disclosure, disclaimer: we are not really conspiracy theorists. It's just for fun, people. It's not so serious, but anyway. So conspiracy theories. I have some. Some were from Tyler, and some are just made. We'll just make them up as we go along. But first one from Tyler: aliens are real. We learned that this week. Some of us already knew it. Me.
Not a conspiracy. Yeah.
But
aliens
that's why we wear these.
Why we wear these. They're monitoring us. I mean, I for one would go with an alien. Like if an alien was like, "Come with me," I'd be like, "Okay." Like what could go wrong, really?
Do I need a passport?
Could it be worse? I don't know. But
two of my biggest fears are aliens and dinosaurs because Jurassic Park really screwed me up as a kid. And I'm like, two things I never thought that I would really have to be worried about. But I'm like, awesome. Aliens and me, no. My dad was a Star Trek guy, and so I had to listen to all of his like actual conspiracy theories. And a couple of times where he's called me outside because he's like, look, what's that in the sky? And I'm like, Dad, that's the sheriff's helicopter.
Oh my gosh. Warrior Wit. We got a new nickname for Whitney. It's Warrior Wit. I like it.
It's what?
Warrior Your comment? Yeah.
I feel like peace, love vibes right now.
You do.
I'm getting hippie vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Warrior vibes.
What were you saying, Whit?
I was singing Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves by Cher.
You can each be one. And then
later, Jeff.
Oh my gosh. So I'm sure you guys all saw it by now, but the Bengals social media team is killing it again this year. And they did the who on the team could be an alien. And I just got to say, I really love Orlando Brown Jr. with the tiny microphone because he's such a large man. And it's like this large man with this tiny microphone. And it just gives me no amount of joy. But who do you guys think on the team could be an alien? I think Cheeto was a good answer.
Yeah.
That was a good answer. I mean, how is he so smart? He's got to be an alien, I think. And I also think Joe Burrow could be an alien.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
I think Joe Burrow is the obvious answer.
Yeah.
But my answer today, after seeing clips from Kay Adams stuff, is Orlando Brown Jr. himself. Because why are you wearing all those tails, dude?
That's
you
true.
See all the tails he's wearing?
Yeah, 15 of them. He said 15
why?
of them. And he's afraid of mice for some, which just reminded me of like the elephant and the mouse, like that just because he's so big. like I can't imagine him being afraid of a tiny little mouse. Like,
listen, there are other people who are afraid of mice.
Are you afraid of mice too?
Yeah, I'm afraid of mice.
Oh,
I don't do rodents. Don't like them.
Oh, Darth Mangle says theory. Ocho Cinco is in Cincy today / tomorrow for a photo shoot in the New Jersey combo. Oh,
Or will
That's
it be
gonna
a
be so
throwback
hot.
jersey?
yes. So that leads us to another conspiracy theory, the Bengals riddle from today. What does it mean? And I think we got a comment about that as well. So what do you guys think that means?
I mean, I think it's all white, right? With the
Yeah.
new
That's
jersey.
the obvious, though. We got to get, like, way more
Maybe
into
they put
it.
like the old leaping tiger logo on the chest. Like maybe they have like
That
that
would be amazing.
incorporated.
Oh,
And
I
then
would
it's
love
the
that.
best of every world, right?
Leaping tiger, yes. I would love that. And then, so they hinted about a rule change. And then I think, Kaylee, you retweeted Joe Goodberry's tweet about that there's a new rule that they can have 4 jerseys this year. And then I think, I don't know what some big NFL account was like, oh, the Bengals say they're doing this or whatever. And they were like, close.
Yeah.
They commented on it. They were like, close. And I was like, because I was looking at it very surface level, very, oh, we're doing the whiteout game again, blah blah blah, which is great. I'm really excited about that. Yes, but
Yeah.
it was like, but then when they said close on the other one, I'm like, what? What did that mean? I don't know. Skeptical.
Well, I
know.
think they had the wrong jersey on there because they had the color rush jersey, and I think it's going to be the white
primary.
helmets with our primary whites. Which, full disclosure, Whitney and I, when we were at lunch with Matt and his lovely wife this past weekend, he was telling us about like maybe getting that combination, and Whitney and I were looking at the jerseys, and we were like, we don't see the difference. But we were
it took me a second.
one large margarita deep, so.
Oh, you mean the old color rush?
Color rush, yeah.
That we're talking about.
I didn't know what he was trying to say, like color rush. I'm like, okay, yeah, but white stripes, like what? And then I saw the
like I
difference.
see it now, but we were very confused.
Yeah, we were, but margaritas.
Tequila.
Also, Matt explaining things is probably nothing.
And Matt.
I love you, Matt.
And he was very distracted with Pam right next to him. So
yes, I'm sure.
We'll talk about that another time. Let's have can we have a therapy session? Can we introduce a therapy segment this season?
Yes.
We have conspiracy theory. Can we have a therapy segment? Because I want to add that.
I thought this whole show was therapy.
It is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
You're right. Never mind.
Wait, Chris said that they showed the wrong jersey. Oh, what about the drone conspiracy? Yes. Greg, we're getting there. We're getting to all the conspiracies. Come on, guys. We got a whole list. We got a whole list of conspiracies this week. We're kicking the conspiracies off with a bang here. But Papa Bengals is here. WHODEY ladies just got here. Nice to see everyone back. Thank you, Papa. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. We are glad to be back. So we're talking about conspiracy theories right now, what we think the riddle meant. What?
Seriously, what's wrong with you?
I didn't see it. Anyway, okay. I don't know what's happening. Oh, you did that. Live long and prosper.
Oh. I thought it was on theme. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. We welcome our Spock overlords or whoever comes to get me. I will get on any alien spacecraft at this point. Got here just in time for Tyler.
Good, Tyler.
We already talked about aliens are real, and we're sort of looping everything else in with that. We keep going back to the aliens.
It all ties together.
Will they have an Uber service? Because that's what I need to know. Can I dial them up and be like, take me somewhere? Thank you.
Yeah. Trent Taylor has to be an alien. Those backflips are out of this world. Yeah, I think so. Like anybody who can flip like that with pads on, I am impressed by. So, but okay. Well, I think that's all I have on aliens. If anyone has anything else,
I could do a whole show about aliens. So don't ask.
Brian says getting abducted this close to the start of NFL season would be a real tragedy. I bet I could watch it from there. I bet I could. They probably get like all the cases.
NFL ticket.
They probably have.
Definitely.
They probably have like they might even have their own football teams. Who knows? I don't know.
They could probably beam you down to like each game.
Just beam me down to 158, row 2, seat 2 for my game every whatever home game, and
You can take me right back. Yeah.
It's time to go back to work. You can just take me somewhere else.
Yeah, if we don't win, they can like probably rip the time-space continuum and take us back and let us have a do-over. I am on board the alien thing. Let's do this.
Me too. I mean, I love Doctor Who. If there was an alien, if David Tennant came to abduct me, I would go with him. I'm just saying.
Cap laughing.
Yeah. He knows how much I love David Tennant because he was there at Comic-Con as I was sobbing when I met him. Like, the only time I've ever been truly, truly starstruck was when I met David Tennant, and I cried.
That's so out of character.
Anyway.
Thank you, Chris. Love you, man.
Oh, Cap says he loves you if you can hear him. But yeah, as somebody mentioned earlier, there was a drone at Bengals practice, and Kay Adams also mentioned this. Why is there a drone over my head?
I thought the aliens were here.
They're coming to get you.
I thought you'd be human-sized. Anyway,
so there's a guy on Instagram that does these beautiful videos with his drone footage, and that's who I thought it. That's who I thought it might have been.
But the Bengals didn't know about it, and we've worked with him in the past. So I think that he would
I didn't know that.
Screw that up, because you can get in major trouble if you fly your drone without permission and without, I don't know. There's like
you have to have like permits.
Yeah.
It was Travis Kelce.
I think so. I think it was Bill Belichick.
That is very in character for Bill Belichick.
Or one of his little minions. I'm not saying it was Bill himself. I don't know that he knows how to work a drone, but maybe his son. Greg says, I thought something was wrong with my TV at first with the drone sound. I'm sorry, Greg. This is just our little drone. I wish I had a kazoo right now. What'd you say?
Wizard of Oz or something.
Wizard of Oz?
Like, isn't there a song with kazoos?
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Is there a song with kazoos? Does anybody know a song with kazoos?
I don't recall kazoos in the Wizard of Oz.
Is that when there's the tornado? Is that what he's thinking of?
I don't know.
Sounds like it maybe.
Thinking of a
Are
song.
you slandering the Lollipop Guild right now or something?
They weren't kazoos.
Yeah, that's their little voices.
I know. I think.
We represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild. And in the name of the Lollipop Guild.
That's your privilege, Cap.
Although I don't know I have no clue what Cap's talking about with kazoos, but anyway. So yeah, I think it was Bill Belichick. I think it could have definitely been Travis Kelce or any of those salty Chiefs players mad about Orlando Brown Jr. Like Jamar said, he got under somebody's skin. So
yeah,
I love Jamar.
We shall see.
It was probably Jackson Mahomes.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, probably was Jackson Mahomes. Is someone being murdered in the background? Is someone's baby being murdered?
Not very happy right now.
Should we check on Brian? If you have to leave, go right ahead. But I just noticing, that's all.
Bedtimes are hard.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Do drone remotes work through prison bars? I don't think Jackson's actually in prison. I think I would.
No.
We couldn't get that lucky. Oh God. Burrow's attacking Jerry.
Oh, throw down. Man down.
Did you guys see that video?
Did Jerry just sack the quarterback? Literally?
Yeah, Jerry just sacked the quarterback on her way to get the baby.
I don't like that.
Yeah, were you the one that sent me that video where it's like the kid saw Joe Burrow on the wall and he's like, "Daddy."
Yes.
That's so good.
Daddy.
Yeah. Let's go ahead while Jerry's not here and take bets. on whether or not Archer calls Joe Burrow's fake, like, cardboard cutout daddy first or Brian. Yeah. I think he calls Joe Burrow daddy first.
I'm not taking that back, because I think you are right about that, for sure.
Yeah. $10 on it.
Yeah. Well, and then let's see what else. Oh, the From the Jungle Bengals All Access is the new show that's going to be coming out. So I think we noticed that when Trey Hendrickson signed his deal, he had some marks on his neck from his little scuffle with Orlando Brown Jr. Do we think that was some show drama? Do we think where you think they were like, this Bengals organization is too perfect, they're too sweet to each other, they love each other too much, we need to like drum up some drama? I've
watched a lot of reality TV in my day, and I'm just saying the producers on those shows are crazy. I could see them with little markers, coming up with all these stories just to
stir the pot. I think so.
Rating.
Oh, there he is. Why are you so sad, buddy? Look, he's looking at Joe Burrow like, is that my dad?
Dad.
Sorry.
That's his no, it's Hubbard. I saw Sam at practice yesterday, Jerry, and we said hi to him, and he's like, hey. Okay. Don't be weird. 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 That's what I say to myself in my head.
That's all I know how to be is weird.
Gave us fist bumps. I know. It's so hard for me to play it cool around these guys. I'm just like, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Although I did. So yesterday at training camp, I was wearing my fancy custom hat that Matt, our friend Bengals and Bourbon, and then Matt from Cincy Hats made it for me. And I met a guy at training camp the other day, and he was like, "Oh, hey, I'm Tony. I'm Ted Karras's best friend." And I was like, "Hi, Tony. I thought I was Ted Karras's best friend." I was like, "Why did I say that? That was so dumb." And then Ted came up to us later, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Ted, I met Tony, and I told him that I thought I was your best friend."
You would have loved if he would have been like, "Who's Tony?"
I know.
Right.
No,
Tony's some random guy.
He said, "I have lots of best friends." He said, "You are. You are. I have lots of best friends." I was like,
Karras strikes me as a best friend collector because everybody loves him automatically.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So, Jerry, we were just talking about the All Access Bengals.
I still had you guys going on the head.
Oh, okay. What are your thoughts on the reality aspect of it?
I mean, it looks like that those scratch marks were a little like emphasized, maybe with some makeup. So,
I think so.
And he didn't seem too mad about it.
Yeah, he was definitely smiling. Good old Trey. Smile.
Listen, here's where I fall. I feel like you guys watch way too much reality television. It was 100% real. It was not played up. Trey Hendrickson is a freak of nature. I don't think he's right in the head. I think he's totally messed up. I completely buy that happened and that he doesn't want to talk about it because he doesn't talk about anything. When does Trey Hendrickson talk about anything?
Unless you ask him about his love for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, then he will talk your ear off about that.
I mean, he may knock on your door to give you a pamphlet.
Have you heard the good
other
news?
Than that,
yeah.
The only thing
I buy it.
But the first thing I think of when I think of Trey is the Kirkland sweatshirt he wore when he walked into the stadium, and I'm like, that is the most Trey Hendrickson thing ever.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, well, I think we got through all of our conspiracies, unless anybody has anything else.
No.
I think that's enough. That's enough for 1 week. Don't worry, we'll have more. We'll definitely have more. But
I lost my hat somewhere. I think when I took Joe out. Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
When he's down.
You sacked the quarterback, girl. You sacked the quarterback.
He almost took me out for one.
That's how it goes.
I was going to go on IR.
Definitely a scuffle. Definitely a scuffle. Okay, let's head into We Need to Talk here. All right, we need to talk. It's brought to you by Brimminghorn Meadery. Code Tigress gets you 15% off 2 or more bottles of mead. Go check out our friends. We need to get stocked up for the season, girls. I think on our mead here.
Me too.
But so we need to talk. Kay Adams visits training camp, which was super awesome. It was so cool to see her out there, and we got to catch up with Matt Hamilton, which is one of the producers for Up and Adams and Good Morning Football. I think, does he still work on that show? He used to.
No, he used to.
He works on Kay's show.
Now he's with Up and Adams. So we got to catch up with him. So that was a lot of fun. It was really cool that she was there at training camp and interviewing all the guys. If you missed any part of the show, there's a link in the description for the to the 47-minute one, and it's like unedited. F-bombs are dropped. It's a good time. So we're always glad to see Kay Adams. I think she has a special place in her heart for Bengals fans, and I think Bengals fans definitely love her and gravitate towards her because, like Greg said earlier, and I think a lot of people said earlier, she is definitely one of the most positive on the Bengals in media, and I think she's the only one paying attention a lot of the time. And the one
she did a full-blown rant, dedicated a full-blown rant to like, when are they going to stop underestimating the Bengals? Like,
loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's everything we've all been saying for years. It's just this like lazy take after lazy take, and it's people who don't take the time to get to know our guys, and it's so refreshing that she's got this huge platform that she has. She's well loved by everyone, and she's using her platform to say, hey, this Bengals team is for real. They're underrated. You guys should wake up and pay attention to them. So I, for one, I'm a huge fan of hers. So Kay is a national treasure. Absolutely she is.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Yeah. So that was
protect
fun.
her at all costs.
Yes, and I loved her. I loved her interview with Marissa Contepelli.
Yes.
I thought that was so fun when she was like, which Bengal would be Ken? And she said Sam Hubbard. I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
That made me laugh for sure.
Oh, that's so accurate.
Yeah.
I love both of them so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are great. Great. And then anybody else have anything they need to talk about?
Speaking of the social media team, did you guys see that video with Osai with the I feel heat with the Play-Doh?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
What was that?
I think
they handpicked him for that because he was like the most skittish person. He was so afraid he was going to touch something weird or gross. He was literally like,
I just want more pranks on that man. Bless him. Oh, he was so scared. I could watch that for hours. They could just keep putting different things in there, and I would laugh every time.
And the team is like making fun of him for it too.
Oh yeah, they were saying he was an alien because he was like, "Was he? Did you see that video? I feel heat.
He's like, oh, it's Play-Doh.
Does Play-Doh give off heat? I wasn't aware of this phenomenon.
It was so good. But they've just been killing it. There was the other video where they were we got to see like the people behind the social media team that was on TikTok. And the girls were
I love
it. So
That
good.
was really
They've just
cute.
been crushing it all off season. I've been cracking up. I mean, I literally was crying laughing at the Joseph Osai video. It was so good.
So funny.
I retweeted and was like, this is me overthinking every situation in my life. It's how I approach every situation in my life. Overreacting and it's fine.
I know you're a Swiftie. Did you see that thing with, I think it was Barbara Walters, and it's like, she's like, are you a warrior? And like warrior, like WARR, I know, like warrior. And then she's like, yes, about everything, like warrior.
Yes.
My little anxious Swiftie. I love you. But Tyler wanted us to talk about Barbenheimer. I don't even know how you say it. I haven't seen either of those movies yet, but
No.
But I did Google Barbenheimer because that's the kind of nerd that I am, even though I sort of got it. I sort of understood the premise of it. But basically, it's just taking two things that could not be more opposite and putting them together because it's a funny kind of juxtaposition of themes basically. And so I kind of got to thinking, how does that tie in to the Bengals, and what two people in this Bengals organization are like Barbenheimer, like just two opposites. So I don't know. Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson, because they're like best friends, but they're so different. Like they just seem so different personality wise.
Sam Hubbard comes off as like such a pro.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also just like a nice guy, like a smiley, nice like person, like all the time, even when he's like torching you on defense. Like I feel like he is just always kind of a nice guy, whereas I feel like Trey Hendrickson is just like two extremes. Like he's like maybe a murderer, and then like the nicest church boy in the whole world. You know what I mean? He's like this totally.
You know what? For the people that watch murder documentaries and that crime stuff and all that kind of thing, he's the guy that people talk about.
Yeah.
Like, he was so nice. He was always so quiet. Like, he went to church all the time and talked about God. But meanwhile, he's
how they get away with it
in like 40 different states. I'm not saying Trey Hendrickson is a serial killer, but I am saying it's possible.
I bet he would be if he weren't a football player.
Right. Yes.
Because he's got that outlet. He's got that outlet. He doesn't have to kill people because he's an amazing.
He doesn't have to be Dexter.
Right. Maybe that's why he's so good at his job.
It would only be the ones that deserve it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he enjoys it. I think he enjoys it.
I did not mean anything mean by that. I meant that in only the jokiest of ways, but.
Oh, I meant it. I actually meant it. I think Jess is being very nice about this. I mean it. Like, let's all not sleep on Trey Hendrickson. I think he might kill people.
Oh my God.
Maybe he doesn't, but maybe Jess is right and he gets enough of it out. But I would, if he retires, I think you should keep your eyes open.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Whitney. Okay.
Whitney's watching
way too many murder documentaries.
I love him. I'd still marry him. I think he's a serial killer.
Anybody else have any opposites that doesn't involve murder? Can we leave the murdering part out of it?
I have one.
Oh, go ahead.
Elizabeth Blackburn and Mike Brown.
Oh,
I love that.
Very true.
Oh.
What were you going to say, Jerry?
I was going to say, I feel like Joe and Jamar, because their personality is just because Joe is very quiet and like only in like the heat of the game will he, say crazy stuff. But like Jamar will just talk trash all the time. And he's way more flashy and he'll do the gritty. But Joe is like way more cool, calm, and collected. And they're best friends too. So it kind of feels like their personalities would be completely opposite. But it seems like it works for them, obviously.
I think that's perfect. I see that totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe like Zach Taylor and Frank Pollock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Zach would like Mr. Rogers you through it. Or like Bob Ross you through it. Like, that was a happy little accident. Like, and this is how you can feel about it. Whereas Frank Pollock will be like, your mom's a whore and you're a loser. And why are you here?
Oh.
Yeah. I agree with you. And I think you could probably put Lou in that same camp too. I feel like they all drop an F-bomb. And I'm not saying Zach wouldn't drop an F-bomb. I'm just saying I agree with you. He is definitely like, he's the good cop for sure on that team. He's the guy saying, do what you got to do, take care of your body. He's the guy everybody likes on that coaching staff.
Zach is the one that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, Zach is the one that if he said, like, I'm not mad, I'm just really disappointed, like, that would hurt you to your core more than anything.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
I know. So just a disclaimer on that one. I'm not going to do a disclaimer for the Trey Hendrickson thing. I really think serial killer is on the table. But for this one, like, I do think that Zach Taylor is a lot harder than I give him credit for. It's a caricature of him. I don't really mean it. It's exaggerated. I just think he's a very kind,
I've seen him yell at the refs, so I know he can get mad.
Oh, and it's my favorite. That is my favorite Zach Taylor.
Me
like
too.
that Zach Taylor turns me on 100%. I absolutely love it. But in general, like him and Frank Pollock, I think have very different coaching styles.
Yeah. Yes, I love
Sorry,
this one
Mom.
from Darth Bengal, 5'9" Hilton and 6'8" Orlando. Yes.
Great answer.
I want to see
That is
them.
the right
I want
answer.
to see them take a picture together. That'd be so funny.
What if they become like besties?
That'd
and
be
they become like a Starsky and Hutch type duo.
That's funny.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I love
Joe
it.
Burrow and Bad Hair Days. Yeah, I think that could be.
Yeah.
Search Getty images for Zach Taylor and take a shot every time he's yelling at a ref. Yeah, they like to take photos of Zach yelling at refs. It's really funny.
Listen, Cap, I'm so into that because that was the number one problem I had with Marvin Lewis is he wouldn't yell at refs.
I know, he'd just be like, and I loved Marvin Lewis. I did. I loved him.
I loved him too. But that was the one thing that frustrated me is that he would not yell at refs.
Yeah,
So
100%. 100%. I feel
that
like
go?
Zach was like one of us. Whereas Marvin Lewis always had this air about him, you know, and you know, he was great and he was great to talk to. But yes, Zach Taylor is like pounding the table for us, you know. So
yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything they need to talk about?
Kayla.
Jerry, you had your moment. 1 second. No, I was just gonna say, let's talk for a second about the fact that like the ladies at Bengals Nation are doubling down on the fan experience, and then we have stadium upgrades coming and fan experience upgrades coming. Like
they added the nursing rooms. That was a big thing that they really took that to heart, and they added that. And they wanted people to be able to get through the lines quickly, so they added more food options, and they wanted, you know, and they added the grab and go stuff. So yeah, I think it's all fantastic, and I'm really proud of Elizabeth and Caroline and everybody who's been working behind the scenes to make these upgrades happen. They really think that that it's important for us to have a good experience. So that really means a lot to me. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw Elizabeth and Caroline yesterday. They're so sweet. They're always it always amazes me how kind they are. Like they are just the kindest people. Like she was like, "Thank you guys so much for going up to Canton." I was like, "Are you kidding me? That was like the biggest honor of my life. Like I would never have missed that for him." Like there's no way you could have kept me away from there. Like she was like, "Oh, I bet I'm sure there's a lot to drive up there." I'm like, I would literally do anything for this team. Like, so
you know what? I got a sense that like those ladies are just as genuinely blown away by the fans and what we're willing, like lengths we're willing to go through for our team, as we are like genuinely shocked at them and like the lengths they'll go to for the fans. Like I get like it feels genuine.
It absolutely is genuine.
Like she's just shocked, like people are doing this, and she's so grateful. Yeah,
I think we're just all cut from the same cloth. You know, we're just all Midwesterners, Ohioans. We're just all just that kind of person. I think, honestly, like I think that we're just very much birds of a feather, and we just genuinely appreciate each other, and it's incredible.
And we have this crazy thing in common, and that's all there is. Like, oh, you like Bengals football? Me too. Like it's like that. They seem so open too. I think that's the cool thing about them. Like that, very humble and very open. Like accessible. Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. Travion was feeling good. Miles has a cute puppy. Yes. We saw Miles. So this girl came up to me, and I'm wearing my Cincy hat, and she's wearing a hat with a sparkly 99 on it. And she was like, "I love your hat." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much. This is Ted Karras' charity, blah, 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 Village of Marici." And, you know, I go launch into my whole spiel. And then I was like, I actually have some extra ones with me because I brought a bunch to give to Kay and Matt and all the production crew for Up and Adams. And I had a bunch of extra ones. And so I gave her one. And then I was like, and then I noticed later that she had the 99 on her hat. And I was like, is that Miles Murphy's girl? And I just gave him a Cincy hat too. And then she walked up to him at the end and was like kissing him. And I was like, That's hilarious. As a Ted Karras hat. She was holding a puppy, which was the best part of the story. Oh, Mama Pam says good night, Archer.
He's out.
He's teething, so it's been a rough night. Sorry, I know show business says never work with babies and animals, so I apologize.
No, the saying is the show must go on. So it has gone on.
The show will always go on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then it was great to see Travion. I know we're gonna do the injury report here to finish things up, but yeah, it was great to see. It was great to see Travion. But all right, well, let's get to Kayla's injury report.
I missed that graphic. Okay.
That one's not going anywhere. That one's going to stay forever.
forever and ever. So you probably are aware of most of them, but you've got Joe Burrow and his calf. But I've seen a lot of positive things out there as far as it's trending towards him being 100% by week 1, or, stuff that's all been in a good direction. Charlie Jones, shoulder. Travion Williams, ankle. Collins is still on the pup. Mitchell Wilcox is on the pup. Hendrickson has popped up with a lower body injury a couple of times. And then
lower body.
Been vague. I haven't seen anything specific. It's just held him out of practice. I probably just precautionary, I would assume.
Yeah.
But because I haven't heard a whole lot about it, but yeah. And then Devonsha Maxwell, who is just getting started, is on injured reserve, and we hate that for him. But
yeah. If anybody, I'm sure a lot of you guys also listened to Locked On. They had a doctor on talking about calf strains and different types of calf strains, and they basically said that if it's a grade 1, that you're only out for like 2 to 4 weeks, and the fact that he's walking around on it with no brace, no scooter, no nothing, really bodes well for the fact that it's probably a grade 1. So Jamar has been famously saying he doesn't want him to play and blah, 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 which I think he's just being a good teammate. Honestly, I think he's just looking out for him, which I appreciate. I don't think anybody wants, if you ask me, oh, he's going to ball out against the Browns week 1, but then he's going to be out during the playoffs. I mean, obviously anybody would say hold him out week 1, but I'm hoping that it doesn't come to that. I'm hoping we can have both. So we'll see how things shake out with that. But like I said, Travion Williams looked great yesterday. He was obviously on the rehab field for most of the day, but he came over and was not wearing any brace at all. And he said he feels great, and we got to talk to him for a little bit. So he looks great. He says he's feeling good. So I hope, like you said, I hope a lot of these quote unquote injuries are precautionary and that they're just really being careful, because I really feel like, last year was a little rougher than the year before, but in general, we've been really lucky with health, and I'm hoping that kind of bodes well for the future and the way that this team kind of treats their guys and treats their injuries and is really extra careful with everything and all that good stuff. So
listen, it's been extra hot this season in a lot of places. It's training camp time wise, it's just been crazy hot, and the deal with training camp is they're never going to push an injury. If you got something that's just a little bit off, they're not putting it why would we risk that? It's the same concept as preseason games. You're not getting played if you're a little dinged up because it's dumb.
100%.
So I'm not reading anything into anything other than our staff is taking care of our players that aren't 100%. So,
and for that we thank them. 100%.
Yep. Sure.
All right, arts and crafts time. A few things. Obviously the Cincy bucket hats are back for a limited time. Oh, Ross Incognito says, "WHODEY ladies, woo, woo, Ross." Thanks for being here. Cincy bucket hats limited time. They only ordered 110. So if they are not sold out by now, I guarantee you they will be, probably by tomorrow or the next day. those hats are awesome. So make sure you guys get you one, and it benefits the great cause, which is the Village of Marici. And if you missed the video with Ted Karras going around and talking with the residents, be sure and look that up, because that was a great video. And I feel like that really kind of hits home what you're supporting. You know, a lot of these adults have never lived alone, have never had their own apartment. And the fact that they're able to live independently and, you know, have their own meaningful lives, I think just is so incredible. And it's such a great thing that they're doing. And the fact that they're able to provide so many, you know, apartments for these people that are waiting, I think it's incredible. So anyway, we support them. Woo! We got our Cincy hats on. Oh, Matt will love this. We'll send him a picture of this later.
Yeah.
But yep. And then also I wanted to mention the Cam Taylor Brit, the Juice Foundation. They're doing some awesome things. I know our buddy Matt was raffling off a helmet for them. And then I'm wearing a shirt today. You can't really see it, but from Project Thirst. I thought this was cute. It's got Rosie the Riveter on it. Water is a human right. So this Project Thirst, they just sort of reached out of the blue, and they're really, really, really kind people. The one guy is a Bengals fan, so living out in LA, which is incredible. And so make sure you check them out. They're doing some great stuff. Obviously, our sponsor, Sara Sella Jewelry, wearing the bracelet today. She hooked us up with some awesome jewelry, and code WHODEY will get you 15% off Bengals themed jewelry on her website. All of that is linked in the description below. And then, of course, our dear friends at Brimminghorn Meadery, code Tigress gets you 15% off 2 or more bottles of mead. Whew! Did I miss anything? Anybody else have anything for arts and crafts?
So I have something. So we are, again, this year, we're raffling off our preseason game.
Oh, that's right.
There are season tickets for this Friday, and Brandon was kind enough to also donate a parking pass. So it's a parking pass and 2 tickets in section 160, which is just one section over from you and Cap.
Yeah.
And it's row 23, and it's going to benefit a cause very near and dear to my heart, the Florida English Bulldog Rescue, which is where we got our Hunter, which is my best friend and now his best friend. And the entries are $5 for 1 entry or $10 for 5 entries. And we are going to pick a winner tomorrow at 8 p.m. And we just surpassed what we raised last year, I think around like 6 p.m. today. So
oh, that's so exciting.
That's awesome.
They've had quite a bit of new intakes that from a very bad breeding situation, and one of the poor pups has a tumor that's basically been dragging the ground, bleeding and infected, and they were still breeding her. So they've got a lot of unexpected medical expenses coming from, I think they had like 7 new intakes, and they just had another pup like a month ago that had significant just medical stuff. So anything that anybody wants to donate helps, and you know, you get some tickets to a really fun game this Friday.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. I'm so glad you're doing that. That's really cool. Oh, I forgot to, I just got this new jacket because I need coats and jackets. Like I need a hole in my head actually, but I just got this new jacket and it's really cute.
That is
super
cute.
Oh, that is cute.
It's got like little snaps on the front.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like the black on the sleeve too.
Yeah, I like it because it's such a good orange. You know, I love my bright orange, and I just thought it was super cute. And it comes in extra small, so that's all. I'm always a sucker for anything that fits properly. So yeah, that's on the website right now. I think it was on sale even.
Nice.
So, anyway.
Nice.
Okay. Wow. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on our first episode back in a while. We will have all kinds of fun stuff as the season gets rolling here. And Christina says, McKenna would like to give a huge hug to Archer. She gets to stay up until he goes to bed. I didn't think he would come back. Oh, that was the deal they made. Archer's out. So
it's like a great endorsement for the show. We will put your kids to sleep.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Christina and McKenna, for joining us tonight. Natty Talk says, "Hoo-day, ladies, hoo-day, guys. It's good to see everybody, and we'll see you on Friday if you're there at the game, and if not, we will see you guys week 2 at the home opener. And I'm sure we'll do some shows between now and then, so we'll all get together. But I think that's all I got. Anything else, ladies?
Nope. Just excited. Get back to it. Hoo-day.
All right.
Yeah.
Hoo-day, everybody.
Hoo-day.
All right. Bye.